Hello, everybody, and welcome to what may very well be the final episode of Gale Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3, at least for this specific playthrough. Um, this is where I am going to watch the newly released epilogue of my campaign, but with Gale having been swayed to not go after Karsus' crown for himself and ascend into godhood. So this is like an alternate universe from my canon, but I just wanted to see and react for you all how things would have played out in the epilogue, because I feel like there's a lot of differences and changes, which I'm hoping is going to be very tender and also satisfying. So without further ado, being able to go and I'm sure there's probably going to be a lot of very satisfying moments to be had in this specific version of Cord and Gale's relationship. So, without further ado, here we go.
You and Gale have made a home for yourselves in Waterdeep.
Ooh, this is already different.
Sometimes it isn't clear what he loves more, his research or you.
Oh,
But when he looks into your eyes,
we are
and up
together.
at the stars while he sits by your side. You know
he
the
looks so handsome in that outfit.
One such night, your reveries are interrupted by an embarrassed apprentice delivering an urgent message written in a frail hand.
Oh, we're still
An
together.
invitation to a gathering of former allies, those who stood with you against the Netherbrains 6 months ago. Gale the adventurer has quickly become Gale the academic, but he's all too happy to leave his tower for this meeting.
My husband became an academic. I love it. There they are. I presume a lot of the things are going to be the same, except for, of course, the references to Gale and what he became.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
I love it. Nice. Okay, where's my husband? Whoa, Gale. What happened? Gale, why did you just teleport? Come back. Gale, what happened?
You're quite certain I look acceptable?
More than a
Can't remember when I last wore something other than my teaching robes. Feels a little odd to find myself in something so unsinged.
I think speak for yourself. You look smoking hot, dude. That's my husband. That's my husband. You looked as wonderful to me as you did on our wedding day. You know me, I prefer you with your clothes off. I think my appearance is more worthy gossip. I think my appearance is more worthy of gossip than your outfit, Gale. Though I couldn't put it past Asterion. At least you arrived on time. You were some time in getting ready. Gale, I'm gonna lift it. I suspect that will keep people's attention away from your clothes. This is something, of course, I would love for Cord to say, but what he's really thinking is this. Cord can't help it. Even after they're married, he's so thirsty. You know me. I prefer you with your clothes off.
I'm not entirely certain that would fall under the definition of smart casual. But I'll be sure to indulge you when we get home. I won't keep you to myself for too long. But while I have you, I want to say thank you for encouraging me to attend this evening.
Of course. Of course.
Teaching at Blackstaff Academy has proven such an unexpected pleasure. Sometimes I find it hard to tear myself away. Just one of the myriad unexpected ways life has delighted me in recent months. Even my own city feels new to me. now that I share it with you.
Mm-hmm. Probably because I make you put down your quill once in a while and enjoy it. Given the parts of it I'm forced to frequent, I'm surprised I'd come to like it as I have. I don't even feel like I was forced. I only wish we were able to share more of it with you, but I'm content to be wherever you are. Probably because I make you put down your quill once in a while to enjoy it. I only wish we were able to share more of it with you, but I'm content to be wherever you are.
I'm just glad you're happy there. When we met, our lives were rather different, and being here this evening, well, reminds me how much has changed.
Yeah.
When our adventure began, our troop had no more in common than the worm in our brains.
Yeah.
Standing here, now, I no longer see the people we were. Frightened, desperate, alone. We changed.
We sure did. Me too.
We survived. And we did it together.
Yeah.
I've missed them. I've missed this.
Yes, I know. So have I. Sometimes I wish our adventure never ended. I can't say I miss it. The blood, the gore, the ever-present threat of death. We still have each other. That's all I'll ever need. You almost sound like you want to go adventuring again. I suppose life has been a little less interesting since we all went our separate ways. We still have each other. That's all I'll ever need.
I'm not sure I'll ever get over my good fortune in that respect. You are the happiness I never dreamed I could deserve.
Yeah.
God knows we suffered for our salvation. But it was worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We did something incredible. And wherever life takes us, we'll carry the memory of that with us forever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, much as I could spend an eternity in your company,
Yes.
we see plenty of each other already.
Well, you know.
Tempting as it is to keep you all to myself, would be terrible company if we didn't mingle for at least part of the evening.
Yeah, that's fair. Kiss him, if I must. I mean, for sure, what I notice is that in this version of Gale, he for sure is a lot more romantic, you know. I mean, the fact that we can kiss him, too, right now is great. And, again, like, I think, yes, you could argue that it is the quote-unquote happier romance ending for Gale, to keep him away from godhood, which, you know, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. And so I love that I can still have the best of both worlds. I can still rest tonight knowing that, you know, based on my choices, I accept the consequences of the choices I made from my original playthrough, but I can still experience the amazing joy of having this version of Gale too. Just, again, to satiate my curiosity. And enjoy both. Enjoy both for what they are. Speaking of enjoying, kiss him. He's probably going to hiss my forehead, but it's okay. It's still so sweet. It's still very sweet.
I love you.
I love you too, Gale.
Now go on, before I change my mind.
He's so... I like the little point with his
now
finger.
the revelry can truly begin.
I love this so much. What's wrong, Gale? What is he? He's gripped by Kreska's flame?
Reunite.
Kreska's flame? When affected entity deals damage to the spell, it gains a turn of heat. While attuned to Kreska's flame, it can cast Fireball and Wall of Fire. Why is he attuned with Kreska's flame? Okay, this is very distracting. I don't know if that's supposed to happen. Oh, there's Tara. I'm wondering if Tara approves of what happened to him.
Oh, hello, darling. I wasn't sure you'd make
She definitely seems to like us more. She definitely seems more friendly with us. I'm surprised to see you here, Tara. Delighted, but surprised. I wouldn't miss a chance to see my old friends again. What are you doing here? I'm surprised to see you here, Tara. Delighted, but surprised.
Are you? Withers and I have a regular correspondence. He's joined me and Mrs. Decarios for a luncheon on more than one occasion.
I did not know that.
Of course, we'd love to see yourself and Gale more often, but you keep him so very busy, and we hate to impose.
Fair enough. Do I detect a hint of jealousy? We both love to see you more, Tara. Why don't we have tea when we get home? Tara, we've been through this. I'm here to be part of your life with Gale, not take him away from you. Get over it, cat. The wizard's mine. No, we both love to see you more, Tara. Why don't we have tea when we get home?
I'd like that very much. Thank you, darling. Now, enjoy your party. You've quite earned it, if the balladeers are to be believed.
Yeah, wow, I'm already seeing quite a difference. Oh, Tara, where are you going? Where are you going? Tara is way friendlier with us in this version. Oh.
Now, I know you didn't come all this way to see me. Go on. Shoot with you.
Okay. Gale, we need to fix your
I know
condition.
my charm is intoxicating, but let's not be poor company. Go, have fun. I promise I'll stay out of trouble for one evening.
Okay. Alright. Alright. I know Minx made a reference.
Welcome sight.
Yes. I know Minx made a reference to Gale, so I'll chat with him
Private word would be nice.
first. I'm wondering if people didn't make any mention about us.
Breathe deep, Boo. The smell of heroes sings from every stone in this place. To meet again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both.
Yep.
Oh, and for Happy also.
Right, happy, yes.
Yes. Honored, of course.
It's good to see you, Minx. Pooh too, and happy?
See how your very presence snatches the breath from his chest? And it is no wonder. It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you say.
Yes.
He dangled me from the high hall.
The guilt. It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing aches.
You're still chasing after the guild? I thought you made your peace with them.
So I have. Though it is a peace made more from blade and boot than it is any sense of brotherhood. Nine Fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels, and so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site, even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Oh, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Oh, gods.
But enough, my friend! I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done.
I found new life since my transformation went different than expected. Just living my life, now I found someone to live with it. Happily putting all of this behind me, finding more adventures where I came from, honestly. Just living my life, now I found someone to live it with.
Aha, the lovebirds still nest together then? Minsk is glad. For what is life without a companion?
Exactly.
Though I am thinking yours does not sit on your shoulders, eh? You are right, Boo. That is none of Minsk's business.
Minsk. Where's my Halsin? Where is my Halsin? Where is my handsome Halsin? There he is. There's my handsome Halsin. I love how I'm gliding over.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more.
Let me guess. Just as nature intended.
Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can. For I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
Yeah, sounds like you need a hug. I have to do the hug
I
again.
always do. Should I ever decline, assume a doppelganger has taken my place.
I love this. Oh. That was a good shot of Halsin's butt that I missed before. All the more reason to want to hug him more.
That was more than worth the wait.
You can say that. I'm sure there'll be more where that came from.
Rest assured, my arms shall be ready.
Oh.
Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
I could listen to you talk all day, but if you insist...
Please, spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
Alright, let's see what I have.
I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
Recount some of your recent exploits, sparing no detail.
I am glad you have kept yourself occupied. No doubt I'll be able to spin a few yarns for the children from this. Thank you. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now. Unless there was anything. Our community, the old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Wraithwin, have been repurposed into new homes. And the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony. Stronger together.
I recall you have quite a few young wards to care for. 9 wagons of them, wasn't it?
Ah, my greatest purpose and greatest reward. Those children have been through more than fate had any right to cast at them, and yet they go on as resilient as anything in nature. I impart what knowledge I can to them, yet, in truth, they teach me far more. The land we saved is theirs, and they will cherish it, I'm sure. Thaniel and Oliver shall never want for friends again.
I'll need to see this place for myself.
You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. Just a token to remember me by. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities. We can speak again later.
Bye, Halsin. I still can't get over that, how cute that duck is. That he made that for us.
Hello, darling.
Hello, sweetie.
I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. At least I assume it's you in there. It's a little hard to tell. How have you been since, everything?
I love that slight awkward pause between the two of us. Yeah, I miss our time together.
Well, of course you have, darling. It's not easy to replace someone like this.
How have you fared since we last met?
I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
I could have told you that.
Yes, but you say all sorts of things. Honestly, I don't even listen half the time. It has made for a nice change, though. Inspiring hope in people instead of terror. Well, I do try to inspire a little terror. I'm still me, after all.
Sure. Do you ever miss walking in the sun?
I did at first, but then I realized these shadows, This darkness, it's all a part of me.
Right.
I spent too long defined by what other people...
All this seemed to Astarian's sweet brain may be a bit less wrinkled than the rest. But you hunger for its teasing.
No, I don't want to.
His parietal lobe, which controls his sense of touch, will be an aphrodisiac in your maw.
No, that's okay. Resist, 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 resist. Thank you. Although I am curious to see what happens if I don't resist. Who would I want to... Maybe if I did it on Minx, not on Gale, not on Astarian. Yeah, Astarian doesn't deserve that. I mean, Minx doesn't either, but I feel like Astarian's gone through enough.
This is wholly illogical. There are plenty of other craniums awaiting your suction. And this is a prize ally. And besides, this brain before you, its endorphins are in a joyous flow. It is a wonderful scent. The odor of friendship.
I have no idea how awkward it must have been just staring at Astarian that whole time. And Sarah's just like smiling. It's like, why do you look like I'm a meal? It's like it's my turn to see how the tables have turned. It's my turn to see Astarian, to look at Astarian like a snack, like an actual snack, literal snack.
Starting to wonder if you'd show up.
Of course I did. You lot could hardly manage without me.
You can say that with a straight face after all the times I had to come to your
That's
aid.
true. I needed you to break curses.
Come here, will you? It's been forever.
She's right about that. Curse breaking is like the biggest reason why I pulled her in my party, especially at the end. I still love these hugs.
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it.
Are you calling me chubby? Brains are leaner than many food sources, I'll have you know.
Filled out and healthy is what I was going for. Don't tell me you miss living off whatever scraps we found in crates and barrels.
Well...
I'm glad you seem well. Truly.
You must have been wondering what I've been doing this past while.
Must I? You presume a great deal. I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all.
Well, Gale this and Gale that and Gale. Tell you everything of quite exists, you're very glad of it. Post adventures you've embarked on. Oh, you know, this and that. My new form is dictated life for prying eyes and panic care. Tell you live a quiet existence and you're very glad for it.
As am I. It's well deserved. And I dare anyone to argue otherwise.
Thank you.
Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles.
Oh, I've missed you, man. Like, I've really missed you. And you're so tentacly.
My mucous membranes are self-cleaning. Thank you for noticing.
You can't miss it. So shiny.
Thanks.
Haven't seen any mind flayers anywhere in Avernus, I must say. Never thought I'd miss them.
Okay, this is the real reason I wanted to replay this again. Can I have that hug, Mar Karlak, that I was robbed of last time?
You don't need to ask, soldier.
Well, apparently I didn't. I didn't ask last time. Okay, that's a little bit more awkward, but I feel like they might fix that. That angle looks better. It was like a... I guess the tentacles. It's like people who don't like getting close to people with beards or mustaches or facial hair, maybe. I can see that. Still, I'm glad we had the hug. I'm really glad.
I won't be in Avernus forever, you know. Can I look you up when I'm out?
Yes. Yeah, as long as the devil doesn't put too many holes in you in the meantime.
Please. You know me, an absolute beast on the battlefield.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. Probably.
You'll be
Gods,
fine.
Is it good to see you again? To be here, together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
Better not be.
When he could source the...
Well now. You can. Your higher form has brought with it some higher manners, then.
That makes one of us.
Oh, forgive me. I am simply excitable. It is good to be out under an open sky once more. My first. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh.
I heard rumors the upper city was destroyed beyond reconstruction.
The upper city has been almost entirely rebuilt. That's where the gold is. Even the builder's scaffolds are cleared from the streets, while I hover around. Mistake me not. There is still much to be done. Plans to make, maps to be frowned over.
I don't doubt that, Jaheira.
But my children are more than capable of doing it. Even the young ones tire of me peeking over their shoulders. This night offers them a brief respite from me, at least. And this place, now I look at it, it is where you all spent your first night together, no?
That's true.
A fine spot for an adventure to begin. A fine spot.
I didn't realize that this, I didn't realize that this specific camp, this specific location is where we first set up camp, which I think is very symbolic. I love that. Do you have an adventure in mind?
Just a little wander, perhaps, to stretch the legs.
Okay.
I'll find my way back, as I always do. I admit defeat. Baldur's Gate is my home. But that is the thing about home. The only way to see it clearly is to leave and look back. For a little while, at least.
Yeah, I get that.
But, should a mother wish to know how her children are faring, not worrying, mind, only wondering.
Are you saying...
Perhaps you might write and tell me of them.
Aww.
And of you, too.
Aww. She's like our mom. I'll do more than that. I'd like to join the Harpers myself if you'll have me. I can constantly project news of any misbehavior into your cranium if you will let me inside, only if you promise to write back. I'm not how much sure I'll be around the gate. You're just fretting. Let life take its course. I don't know if I want to be a Harper. Only if you promise to write back.
And I vow to send them word of my own wanderings. If only to spare me Rion's wrath next I return. If you really want to help, you'll get Minsk out of trouble for me. Spare me that adventure.
Fair enough.
Still, we need not begin with the fare-thee-wells just yet. We have tonight.
Exactly.
Be well, Cub.
Thank you, Mom.
We will speak again. But first, I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know.
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it? Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
You again, getting yourself into yet more trouble, I presume?
Always, my friend. But the villain I must needs slay today is my greatest yet. A deadline. You won't be surprised to find I'm soon to publish a little holiday read about our adventures together.
A holiday read?
I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
The Hero and I? No. I love it, presuming I'm the hero. You can do better, can't you? You can do better, can't you?
Oh, terribly sorry, but you mistake me, my friend. I'm only accepting complimentary feedback at this time.
Of course you are, Volo.
Perhaps once the...
Minx was just... Look! Minx, you sexy boy. Look at him, he's flexing. Minx, are you trying to steal me away from Gale? We're married, Minx. You lost your chance. Gale's not into, you know, open relationships, not after the whole Drow incident. Actually, it would have been cool if the Drow were the ones, if the Drow had sent us a letter in the box too. Speaking of letters, Minx is like flexing. What the heck, Minx? We know that your guns are beautiful.
This has a keen eye for a nice vintage.
but
Why were we scrounging in
Chest of Grateful Words.
when he could source these?
Arabella, Guild Letter,
Good song,
Barkus,
good company,
Art,
and good wine.
Ravengard,
Some
Foss.
fish heads and a stale loaf of bread just to get by.
Elminster. This has got to be different. This is definitely different. Gale, my boy. I can only apologize for my absence from Wither's little gathering. As you know, only the most urgent of business would keep me from indulging myself in his excellent taste and sweet meats, and your esteemed company, of course. I was delighted to hear that you came to your senses with regards to that cursed crown, and delighted yet further when I learned that the orb's malingering presence no longer poses any threat. In that sense, at least, I hope you feel Mr. treated you fairly. I hear you've been dabbling in a spot of educating, a noble profession indeed, and no doubt after your adventures you've plenty of wisdom to share. If I might offer a modicum of my own, keep your head sharp, your heart kind, and your larder stocked. That's right, because my husband can cook pretty darn well. After all, one never knows when an old friend might drop by. Elminster. Definitely a lot more pleasant than in the other version, for sure. But, you know, I came to expect that. Alright, Gale. Sweep me off my feet one more time. Come on, I know you can do it. Come on, Tim Downey. Oh. Okay. Alright, that's okay. I think the fact that that it actually ended there without having, you know, like a final scene with Gale at the end was balanced, because we were able to get that extra scene where Gale proposes to you, and you know, you talk about the future together and stuff like that. It would have been great to have actually witnessed that wedding at some point. That would have been really cool, but it's okay. I wasn't holding my breath. So I guess because this route we got, we already had that extra scene with Gale where he proposes. I think they decided to give the other route, the godhood route, they decided to give that extra scene, which I feel is a fair enough trade, a fair enough way of balancing everything. So, you know, that's cool. That's cool. Would have been nice, like I said, to have had a final kiss with Gale, but we're married. We're already living our lives to the fullest, it seems. We're already very satisfied with how things played out. So after going through both, I'm still genuinely satisfied, genuinely happy and satisfied with my quote-unquote canon ending. You know, Gale is not 100% the same as he was before, but enough of him. I think the core parts of him are still there. And once you become a god, I think parts of you do have to change to some degree, because you have to be able to serve the people, especially as a god who wants to serve people and not necessarily serve himself, which I do believe is what he intends on doing. And so in order for him to be truly successful and keep the people in mind, you know, he can't 100% devote every waking moment with Horde, and that's okay. That's okay. So wow, I love that. So great. Glad I got to see how things played out with Gale. Super cute things. Got to see some alternate responses based on some of my different dialogue responses, as you've seen, just to give this video a little bit more extra stuff in it. But yeah, such a great time, and regardless of what you end up doing with Gale romance-wise, I still felt, as I said, very satisfying. His romance for me was just barely above the romance for Alistair. Or I still feel like I think I still stand by what I said before, and I think what I said before was Alistair is still my favorite it's still my biggest video game crush. Still my biggest character to romance, but the romance itself, the actual romance itself, I think Gale's slightly one-upped Alistair's romance. But it's hard. It's still hard to knock Alistair from Dragon Age Origins off of his top character crush for me. But Gale is still great. He's still great. His romance is great. His storyline is great. I can't wait to romance more of the characters in Baldur's Gate 3 in my other playthroughs. Halsin, I am still holding out for you, my friend. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hi everyone. So apparently I lied. Here is some bonus content, I suppose, before we actually end this video. Mostly because one of the notes in patch 5 mentioned that they tweaked a little bit, they added a little bit to the intimate Sharess Caress scene with the Drow twins, cinematically and audibly. So I don't know how noticeable the tweaks would be, or if I would even or if it would even be something for me to react to, but I thought I would just reload my previous save, and just because of course I have a save for it. But I figured I would reload a previous save and just see if I noticed anything different. So
quite the merry little party we have assembled here.
I completely forgot that I had put everyone in their underwear.
All custom from our home. Groups of 5 or more meet quorum to qualify as orgies.
Right.
4 or fewer are simply a gathering, legally speaking at least.
Shall we?
Murmur a quick rare breath that this doesn't break into a brawl. These affairs sound better in theory. Let's take her hand, sure. Even though I would prefer taking the man's hand, but that's
I
fine.
hope you're not afraid of the dark, my darling. I must snuff out the lights before we begin.
Okay.
It's all part of the experience. The room is bathed in total darkness, so there is nothing to distract from your ecstasy.
In other words, the fade to black. Okay. So what would they have changed cinematically? If it's just fade to black again anyway. I don't know.
The lady, Nim, moves your hand to where the clasps of her blouse lie. As soon as you begin, you hear a zap of magic over from where Gale last was. With a scamper, he's gone from the room. And in his place is...
Hello! I'm here on behalf of Gale of Waterdeep to participate in this evening's activities. He would like me to assure you all that I am anatomically accurate.
Oh, an illusory wizard.
Pity. A magical surrogate is no equal to nature's true creation.
Fear not. There are still many things we can do with you.
I was hoping you'd get involved, Gale. It's alright if you only wish to watch. Halsin, pin me against the wall. You know what? I'm closing out this playthrough anyway. Let's just have some fun. Halsin, pin me against the wall.
The Drow gasp as Halsin raises you up, your legs catching on his hips.
Wow.
As he clasps you close to his pelvis.
Wow.
Don't just stare, Gale. That mouth of yours can do better than just hang open, I'll wager.
It's dark. How does it...
I'll enjoy myself well enough from back here. You go on and do the rutting, or what have you.
Oh
As you
my.
enjoy yourself with the Drow, the image of Gale tuts disapprovingly. But the orb in his naked chest glows with telltale excitement.
Whoa. Oh. Oh. Oh my. That's different. Oh, they changed that part. Love it. That was cute. That was very cute and adorable. Gale? You okay, my love?
Anything I can do for you, consider it most enthusiastically done.
I'm sure. Yes, enthusiastically.
There's
Oh,
nothing that
Gale.
will give me greater pleasure.
Let us end with this. Let's end with this. Yeah. Oh, I miss my original form. Cord. It's okay. Why, hello everyone! This is Angel Arts from the future. And by the future, I mean a future where patch number 6, I believe, just dropped on Valentine's Day. And apparently, along with this big major update, they added a whole bunch of romantic additions into the game in the spirit of Valentine's Day, of course, including a number of new kisses and new cinematic scenes with Gale, in addition to other characters. And so, I, of course, wanted to take a sneak peek and check out all the new stuff. So, let's give it a spin, because...
We cannot afford to lose focus now. Not when the brain is so close. We press on.
Right, yes, of course. But Gale, like, I get that the brain is important to you, but I also want some sexy times with you.
You all right? If you need me, just say the word.
I want to check out some new kissy times.
There's nothing that would give me greater pleasure.
Good. Would you care to demonstrate for us, Gale? So apparently there's multiple ones, and they're... Ooh! I like that! Oh! Ha-ha! That's quite a step up. Oh, I love that. I like how tender that is. So there's multiple versions of kisses with every single character, and they're supposed to match their personalities. So that was definitely one of the newer ones. Let me see if I can get another new one. Okay, so this time I'm... Oh! Oh, that's so cute! That is so cute! Oh! Oh, I love this update so much! Larian Studios, come on now. I feel so spoiled. You are knocking this out of the park. Seriously! After all the awards, after all of the awards that they've gotten for this game, they could have easily just stopped. You know, they could have just stopped and said, okay, we did the thing, we got all the glauds. No, but they're still coming out with awesome updates like this. Come on now. Come on now. Okay. Oh! Cord's like, excuse me? No. Oh, this is so cool. That was so far is my favorite one. Did you see like his eyes, the way that Gale's eyes like widen when I grabbed him? That's awesome. I think this is the original one. Okay, that's the original one. Okay, so we got the original one. Is there any more? Are there any others? Kiss me again. Kiss me again, Gale. I think we've seen this one already. Okay. Yeah, I may have exhausted all of them, but you know what? This is legit. This is legitimately awesome. I love this. This is such a great game. I think we're just gonna cycle through everything. Now, this one, it's just adorable. Like, putting your foreheads together. And I just really love how they're able to handle these kisses with all of these characters, with all of the individual heights. All of the individual heights that your avatar can have. Which is amazing. I'm just so stunned. Okay, he's gonna... Look, watch his eyes. Watch his eyes. Ah. Oh, Gale. Ah. Gale. I'm just on cloud 9 right now. I'm just on cloud 9. This is just an awesome Valentine's Day gift for us. What? Bravo! I can't wait to see everybody else's too.
No matter. The scent of Netheril hangs heavy in this place. The brain is close, as is the crown. I'm glad we faced such a monster together.
This could be our final moments, Gale. Time enough for a kiss, sweetheart? Yeah. Oh. Oh, that was a nice lingering kiss.
I hope that wasn't our last kiss. I'd take 1,000 more if I could.
That was superb. That was worlds better than we had before. Because the final kiss really should be special, right? It really should be. Oh, this is different. I'm liking how this is. Oh yes. Oh, I'm really liking how this is beginning. Yeah. Oh.
It's curious. After all the wonders and monstrosities we've witnessed, waking beside you seems more unreal than any of it.
Oh, this is sweet. I like this a lot. Vast improvement. Mwah, chef's kiss.
I've forgotten what it felt like to greet a sunrise without fear of it being my last. Soon I'll deliver the crown to Mystra and be rid of the orb at long last. I'll be free.
Feel free to come back to bed.
We have all the time in the world for that. But first, there's something I wanted to talk to you about.
I'm assuming everything else is the same.
I've decided to drop this whole Gale of Waterdeep business. It's a bit pompous, don't you think?
I don't mind it. I kind of like it.
Now in the company of plain old Gale Decarius, a most brilliant wizard of intentionally limited renown. At your service.
I do like your last name, though. I do like it a lot. So, I can't argue with you there.
Now, I believe this is the moment where I should get to my point, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I love you. More than I've ever loved anyone, mortal or immortal. And you've proven your love for me in more ways than even the greatest mathematicians would dare to count.
The animation is better.
That being said, I wondered if you might consider accompanying me back to Waterdeep as a new member.
Yeah.
Of the Decarius
They
clan.
they definitely made some really awesome, subtle tweaks to this, which I really love. I just feel like Gale is a lot more... I don't know, he's just... They breathed a new life to him in this scene. But I can't live in Waterdeep. I accept the marry. Of course I will. What good should we adopt any children? I said this last. Or it's perfect as is Waterdeep. I'm sorry, Gale, I have to return Waterdeep alone. I said this last time. I want to see what he'd say about this. You'd really wish to marry me in my present condition?
Your present condition is that you're the one I love. And your current form is merely a reflection of the depths of your sacrifice. It only makes me love you more.
No, Gale.
There will be some practicalities to iron out. The guest list, the venue, and we will need to find a very open-minded cleric. I promise we'll make it work. If you'll have me.
Yeah. Of course I will. On one condition, you have to accept you'll marry me. I'll marry you, but I can't live in Waterdeep. Religious purpose is Waterdeep sounds like. I'm sorry, Gale, I have to return. Will you adopt any children?
You will? Oh, thank goodness for that. We'll need time to make the arrangements, of course. The catering alone will need to be quite extraordinary. But that's all to come.
Oh! Yes! Oh, this is so cool. Oh, this is so cool.
The day is young, and there are thousands more days ahead of us.
Oh. That is so sweet. I just really love how accepting Gale is, even with the form that we have, right? It's just so awesome.
God knows we suffered for our salvation, but it was worth it, wasn't it? We did something incredible. And wherever life takes us, we'll carry the memory of that with us forever. Now, much as I could spend an eternity in your company, we see plenty of each other already. Tempting as it is to keep you all to myself, would be terrible company if we didn't mingle for at least part of the evening.
That's true. Kiss him. Kiss him. Come on, come on. I don't know if there's a new animation here, but I think it's the same. They better keep the boop.
I love you. Now go on.
Yes, the
Before
boop.
I change my mind.
We still have the boop. I love that boop. It's so great. Thank you all so much for watching. And thank you for watching all of these videos, including the alternate timeline videos, which are a little bit of extra from the ones in my main campaign. I hope you appreciated and enjoyed my reactions and my experience with this game as much as I did. Hopefully I will see you again in a future replay of this game, maybe as the Dark Urge next time. Who knows? Maybe. And see how that goes. So thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, everyone, love yourselves. And love Gale Decarios.